Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'll show you how to sew a beautiful 3-tier toddler skirt without using a pattern. This skirt is designed to fit children from 4 to 5 years old, making it a practical grow with me project. It's beginner friendly and easy. I'll guide you through the measuring, cutting, gathering techniques, elastic waistband, and final assembly step by step. Let's get started. Our fabric is folded and ready. Let's begin by measuring and cutting the 3 tiers. For tier 1, measure 6 3/4 inches high by 31.5 inches wide. Now let's move on to tier 2. Carefully measure and cut this piece to be 5 1/4 inches high by 42 inches wide. Smooth out the fabric and make your cut. Next, we will move to tier 3. Measure and cut this final piece at 5 3/4 inches high by 56.5 inches wide. Once everything is cut, we are gently ready to begin sewing. Slowly sew 2 rows of gathering stitches along the top edge of tier 2 and tier 3. Remember to leave long thread tails and do not backstitch.
Sew the second
These
row of
stitches will help us
just
create
below the
beautiful,
first one.
even ruffles.
Once that is done, simply repeat this exact same process along the top edge of tier 3. Take your time, keeping your lines straight and your gathers smooth. Now let's start gathering the fabric. Gently hold the bobbin threads from the same side and pull them slowly as you pull. Slide the fabric along the threads to distribute the ruffles evenly. Work your way toward the center, taking care not to pull too hard so the threads do not snap. Slide the fabric gently until the total width of your second gathered tier is exactly equal to the bottom width of the first tier. Take a moment to step back, adjust any bunched areas, and ensure your ruffles look perfectly balanced across the entire width. Repeat this exact step for your third tier, adjusting its gathered width until it matches the bottom edge of the second tier perfectly. Now, let's focus on tier 1 to create our waistband. For this step, we will use an elastic that is 1 1/4 inches wide and 19.5 inches long. This will provide a comfortable, secure fit while allowing the fabric to gather beautifully at the top of our skirt. First, sew the short ends of the elastic together to form a loop. Then, finish the raw edge of the first tier. Fold the elastic into 4 equal parts and mark the corners with pins. Repeat this process for the first tier of the fabric. Now, match the pinned corners of the elastic to the pinned corners of the tier and secure them together. This ensures an even stretch and a perfect fit all the way around. Now, secure the elastic to the fabric. Use a zigzag stitch to sew along the edge, stretching the elastic as you go to match the fabric width. This will create your finished waistband. With the elastic secured, fold the waistband over to the inside. Pull the fabric taut to stretch the elastic, then sew a straight stitch close to the lower edge. Make sure not to catch the elastic itself. Next, line up the bottom of the second ties with the gathered edge of the third ties. Pin them securely in place, then stitch all the way along the seam. Then secure the edge with a zigzag or an overlock stitch. Next, pin the bottom of the first tier to the gathered edge of the second tier and sew. At this point, the skirt is almost ready. Normally, you would just sew the side seams and finish the bottom hem. However, I want to add lace trim along the stitch lines and the hem to give this skirt a unique look. Now,
Give the hem a double fold, press it with the iron, and pin it down. Once pinned, sew along the entire edge. After that, sew the side edge.
I will add the lace hem after.
If you watched this video until the end, thank you so much. Please subscribe and give it a thumbs up.